Rain is moving into the CSRA now, but how long will it last? I'll have all the details on that coming up.
Now at 10, several railroad crossings closed today as CSX works on railroad signage. We have what you need to know. Also ahead, updates on the new James Brown Arena, what the Augusta-Richmond County Coliseum Authority discussed today. And the search for a city administrator continues in Augusta. Why city leaders couldn't reach an agreement. As your news at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Hannah Latier. Thank you so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins tonight with several railroad crossings closing throughout the week, possibly affecting your commute. Nikita Dennis has the story.
Multiple cars having to turn around and find a different route at the intersection of Riverwatch Parkway and Alexander Drive.
This morning I was taking her to school, and usually we hop off, come right here. We had to shoot down Riverwatch, and it was a mess all along.
CSX is hoping to make a smooth surface for drivers by conducting repairs on multiple crossings on rail lines throughout Richmond and Columbia counties. They say maintenance like this is critical for both train operations and roadway traffic.
It's an inconvenience, but it's part of it. They have to upgrade the infrastructure, so sometimes you gotta slow down to speed up, right? So I know they're doing it across the whole city. It's an inconvenience. I was just down on James Brown Boulevard, same thing.
More roads will close in the next few weeks. CSX says the dates and times of the railroad closures may change. It will also affect bus routes.
That's an inconvenience. I mean, ultimately it is what it is, and if they got to do what they got to do, fine. I just think a little bit more forethought, would have gone a long way.
We need roads, we need sewer, we need power. Augusta's growing at a quick rate, right? So we need to make sure we can keep up with it. So, this little detour, I was trying to get off of Washington Road, but, it's all good.
In Augusta, Nikita Dennis, WJBF News Channel 6.
And it's time now for a first check of our forecast. Here's meteorologist Jenna Petracci. Jenna, it's pretty sunny today, but I know those temps are dropping fast.
That's right. It's a little bit cooler this week, and it's been dry so far. We had lots of sunshine, as Hannah mentioned, but we are seeing some rain now as we look at Live Viper 6. The showers are moving in. They are impacting Wilkes and Taliaferro County, even Lincoln and McCormick getting some of that light rain at this time. Some brief heavy downpours as well here and there, but overall this rain will really not inconvenience you too much. It is mostly happening during the overnight hours, and unless you wake up super early in the morning, you won't even know it's here. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at Washington Road showing dry conditions. Skies are a little bit cloudy over there with temperatures today reaching the 60s. We're at 61 degrees. That is our average for this time of the year. Low was 29, so definitely a cold start to our Tuesday. Right now we are in the 40s though, so we do have the clouds helping to keep things a bit warmer. Mostly cloudy here in town, overcast skies in Thompson at 43, 50 still in Swainsboro, Wrightsville 48, and 46 in Edgefield. We also have a southerly wind ahead of a cold front that's also bringing in some warmer temperatures from the south. A little bit breezy in Aiken County at 8 miles per hour, just 4 in Waynesboro, and calm winds in the metro. So we have this low pressure system, not a very powerful one though, just the scattered light rain showers associated with it. There's a warm front to our north, that's why we have the warmer temperatures. Cold front moving in though, and that's when we'll start to cool down as we go into our Wednesday afternoon. But in the morning tomorrow, low 40s, so we will be above freezing. Clouds along with a few showers till around the 6 o'clock hour. So we'll be drying out Wednesday afternoon, warming up then as we go into the end of the week, and then a bigger chance of rain as we go into Sunday and Monday. All those details are coming up, but back to you, Hannah.
All right, Jenna, thank you so much. The Augusta-Richmond County Coliseum Authority voted on an important agreement today that impacts the future of the Augusta Entertainment Complex. That's just one of the updates that I got at its meeting.
With that said, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the intergovernmental agreement.
The authority approved a proposed intergovernmental agreement between the authority and the city of Augusta. The bonds to fund the new James Brown Arena would go straight to the city, which would in turn give them to the authority.
To kind of have a check and balance and making sure that the funds are handled the way that they're supposed to be handled. Without that agreement, the city would not give us those funds. And if we don't get those funds, then we can't build a new arena. So that's why it's so important.
Authority leaders also say Bell Auditorium renovations are right on track.
We're still on budget and on schedule for an April 29th, 2024 completion date.
We're happy, very happy with the progress. We're very excited too. It's going to be first class. We're very proud of the design and the way it's going to turn out.
And the question still looms about the possibility of hockey coming to the new arena.
We're still working on that. We're living up to the commitment that Brad and I made that we're going to do our due diligence, and if it makes financial sense to the authority and the citizens of Augusta, then we'll have hockey.
And Johnson hopes a city committee will visit the proposed agreement within the next week, and if approved, it may go to the full Board of Commissioners on February 6th. And after nearly 2 years, Augusta is still without a permanent city administrator. City leaders voting on the 2 finalists recommended by the mayor, including current IT director Tamika Allen. Allen fell a vote short after Commissioner Bobby Williams abstained to keep the mayor from breaking a 5-5 tie. Williams says he is supporting current interim administrator Takia Dowse.
Ms. Dowse is our top candidate, and I think the others that were brought forward were people that the mayor wanted brought forward, but I still think Ms. Dowse is our best way to go.
Following the failed votes for the finalists, Mayor Johnson recommended Dowse for consideration. Under state law, commissioners must wait for their meeting in 2 weeks to accept or deny. Langley Pond Park in Aiken County will reopen sooner than expected. The park closed last week for the construction of new docks for use during rowing competitions. A 30-foot wide and 180-foot long grand dock with bleachers was also added. According to Aiken County Parks and Recreation, all areas of the park will reopen tomorrow. And Central EMS is taking steps to provide underserved communities with more resources. It's called the Community Health Intervention Program, or CHIP. CHIP is modeled after a program in Texas that targets people who call 911 15 times or more in a 3-month period. Those repeat callers are set up with a caseworker who conducts regular home visits and makes sure they're connected with the resources they need.
There's a lot of additional allied health costs, whether that's the emergency response with the ambulance, burning that resource as far as fuel or other essential services on the 911 side, in addition to decreasing costs at the emergency departments by decreasing demand of patients that don't need to be in the ER.
As part of its new CHIP program, Central EMS will be collecting new or gently used coats to distribute to those in need. You can drop them off at their main office on Wrightsboro Road until February 14th. And coming up, expanding Medicaid in Georgia, why lawmakers say the state is leaving money on the table.
And a wet start to early Wednesday morning, but then we're drying out in the afternoon with plenty of sunshine, a cooler day, but then warmer temperatures and some higher rain chances this weekend. All the details are coming up.
Under your home can be Indy. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Tuesday evening. It was a nice dry day, lots of sunshine, but we do have some late night rain moving in. Here's the latest on Live Viper 6. Mostly just some light rain showers anywhere from Saluda County down to around Hancock County, with most of this over Wilkes and Lincolnton area at the moment. Some pockets of heavier rain here and there around Washington, Tignall, just to the south of Lincolnton, moving into McDuffie and Columbia County very shortly. But here's here in town across the metro, we are dry. Here's a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam outside the station. Sitting at 42 degrees, definitely chilly, but not as cold as it could be. We do have a southerly wind and some warmer air moving in with it. Dew point of 35 as well, so still pretty dry at this time. We are seeing clouds, though, across the region with those temperatures in the low to mid 40s, even 50 degrees in Swainsboro, 48 in Wrightsville, 46 now in Lincolnton, Aiken at 45, 41 in Barnwell, and 44 in Thompson. Now, the reason for the rain is this low pressure system. Typically, when we have a low pressure system, it's much stronger, bringing us some storms, but that's not the case with this one. We have a warm front to our north, cold front approaching, and a very small area of rain moving in. So this will be in and out within the next few hours. Still could see some showers in our southeastern counties around the 6 o'clock hour, but the rest of the day will be dry for everyone, and we'll start to see some clearing skies and sunshine by the afternoon. Lows tonight will be a bit warmer, 39 in Augusta, back to the freezing mark on Thursday. So behind that cold front, we do have some cooler air moving in, and then we'll be anywhere from the upper 30s through low 40s over the next several days. Now, that's for the mornings. When it comes to the afternoons, it will be pretty mild outside. Tomorrow will be one of our coolest days at 58 degrees, but we'll start to warm back up. 67 is your high on Friday, 66 for the start of the weekend, and then another cool down going into Sunday. So kind of a split forecast when it comes to this weekend. If you want to make any outdoor plans, I would suggest Saturday. Very comfortable temperatures, plenty of sunshine. Sunday, not so much. It will be cooler, breezy, making it feel even colder, along with a pretty good chance of rain. But here's a look at tonight's rain. 11 o'clock, this will be moving south of I-20, very scattered and really breaking up a lot as well. So by 3 a.m., that's when we'll see the bulk of the rain moving through. By 5, 6 o'clock, it's out of here. 8 a.m., we'll already start to see some clearing skies with a northwest wind coming in. Now let's jump ahead to Sunday, though. We'll start out the day dry, just cloudy. Then by around 6 o'clock at night, we have this Gulf low pressure system moving in, and every time that happens, we do have a pretty good chance of rain. Now, there is a lot of uncertainty here still, and this could change. So as of now, keeping those rain chances around 50%. By midnight, going into Monday, some heavy rain possible as that moves along towards the coastline. And then we'll continue to see some shower chances as we go throughout the day on Monday as well. So just keep that in mind for Sunday and Monday of next week. Our lows tonight, though, in the upper 30s to low 40s. Highs tomorrow are going to be in the mid-50s through upper 50s. And your 10-day forecast showing us get back to the 60s on Thursday. It's going to be mostly sunny all the way through the start of the weekend. 67 is your high on Friday, then back down into the upper 50s on Sunday. 50% chance of rain on Sunday, 40% on Monday, and then the rest of next week will be sunny and cool once again.
Jenna, I feel like the differences in the forecast from Saturday to Sunday is a perfect depiction of how it's been for like the past few weeks here in Augusta. Like, I don't know if it's going to be hot one day or cold the next.
Exactly, and that tends to happen on the weekends a lot. We'll have one really nice day and then the other, not so much.
Exactly, but I feel like Saturday's the perfect day to have nice days. So thank you so much. Georgia is one of 10 states in the country that has not expanded Medicaid, and lawmakers say this is leaving federal dollars on the table. Lawmakers say maternal mortality rates and access to care in certain parts of the state are an issue. State Democrats say Medicaid expansion will prevent rural hospitals from closing, but Republicans argue it may not be a one-size-fits-all approach.
We began discussing it during actually a certificate of need study committee this summer. Had a great presentation from Arkansas, which actually used the same thing we did. It's a waiver. It's not the one-size-fits-all expansion done in some states, but just like Georgia has a particular waiver where we did expand Medicaid, we did it for people under 100% because of the poverty level.
Governor Brian Kemp says nearly 9 out of 10 counties have 3 or more insurance carriers, with premiums down by 11%. Still ahead, the battle over the southern border heating up. A look ahead to opening day in college baseball, and a pair of top 10 upsets in men's college basketball. Stay with us.
I'm Attorney Ken. 1-800-808-1941.
Black excellence. Its importance goes beyond just a single month each year. That's why News Channel 6 proudly presents Celebrating Black Excellence 365. Each month we'll highlight an individual or organization who inspires their community and improves the lives of people around them. If you know a deserving recipient, visit WJBF.com and fill out the nomination form. Celebrating Black Excellence 365, only on News Channel 6.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Despite the upset of number 6 Kentucky last week and a 17-3 record entering Tuesday night, the South Carolina men's basketball team just can't get any respect. Still not ranked in the AP Top 25 poll. How about another Top 10 upset? Would a win on the road at number 5 Tennessee be enough for Lamont Paris and his guys to finally get ranked? Up to 1. First half, Talon Cooper buries that for 3. We go second half. Carolina up 3 still. Cooper again from downtown. And then 46 seconds to play. Guess who from the corner for the 3? Talon Cooper had 18 points. BJ Mack added 16. And South Carolina, another top 10 upset. They beat Tennessee 63-59 on the road. Georgia Tech hosting number 3 North Carolina in Atlanta. 34 seconds left. Yellow Jackets down 1. Damon Stoudemire puts it in the hands of Nathan George, the freshman from Toronto, Canada. And he delivers, drives the one-handed lay-in. Tech up 1. He had 16 points. One last look for R.J. Davis and the Tar Heels. But it would be no good. Tech storms the floor. They pull off the upset. They win 74-73 the final in McCamish. Other ACC action, Clemson hosting Louisville right now. This one midway through the second half. Tigers with a pretty nice lead. High school hoops, the new number 1 team in Georgia's Class 2A. The Westside Patriots moved from 2-1 after beating previously undefeated and top-ranked Thompson last week. Hosting Glen Hills, good ball movement. Finds an open Bobby Blackwell for the jumper in the lane. The Patriots were cruising early. DeMarco Middleton pushing the pace. A little alley-oop to Levante Ivory. And Javen Webb throws it down off the steal. And Jerry Hunter says that's enough from the starters in the first quarter. The bench mob was showing out too, though. Dontel Jackson, the steal off the slam. And then Jackson gets another steal. And how about an alley-oop to Jerry and Atkinson for the one-handed slam. Westside shows why they're the best team in the state. 103-38 the final. This weekend marks opening day for Division II college baseball. USC Aiken hosting UNC Pembroke on Friday. 5 position starters back. 22 of their 38 players returned from last year's team that made a run to the Peach Belt Tournament semifinals. Pacers have increased their wins every year under Michael Holder, who enters season number 3 as the skipper. Picked 3rd in the Peach Belt preseason poll, and after some injuries last year, Holder and senior pitcher Evan Condon say this year's team has lofty goals.
We got a good experience level back, and that's always a great thing. And we're retaining, a lot of players, and I think, we're definitely looking forward to a big year with the experience level we're returning and the new guys we brought in on top of that. So expectations are high, that's for sure.
I'd say the expectations are pretty high. I mean, last year we saw success. We also saw times where it was rough at times. But this year we got a really good group of guys. We got depth, we got arms, we got bats, and the expectation I would say is high. I would expect us to come out, compete every single day, and win a lot of ball games.
First pitch on Friday set for 4 p.m. at Roberto Hernandez Stadium. We will be right back.
Come on in to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the furniture you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Welcome to the new year at Blissful Boutique in Lawrence, Georgia, your go-to destination for all your shopping desires. Step into 2024 with Stylist, our fresh collection of fashion apparel, home decor, and gifts await you. From trendy fashion statements to delightful home additions, we have something for everyone. Discover the joy of a personalized shopping experience at Blissful Boutique, making your New Year shopping truly special. Visit us in person or online to start your blissful experience today. Come see what's waiting behind the pink door for you at Blissful Boutique. We all want to help those.
Come on in to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the appliances you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
And last but not least, a co-host teacher spent more than 70 hours of his own time creating a video game to help his students learn science.
He says leveling up his lesson plan was a labor of love.
Juliana Bruno takes us to a quiet but happy classroom.
Carrie Winters has been teaching earth science for 8 years, 5 of those here at Cohoes High School.
and he's leveled up his lesson plan using a video game building software and somewhere between 60 and 70 hours of his own time.
And it's funny because it takes them maybe like 90 minutes to beat it.
But those 90 minutes are jam-packed with the students mining for minerals and identifying them using their Earth Science reference table. They also have a worksheet that goes along with the game. Creating this lesson was a labor of love for Mr. Winters. An avid gamer himself, he knew it had to involve more than just the learning material to hold the students' attention.
I find that the games that are most engaging for me are ones that have interesting storylines that you actually get invested in when you're playing the game. Like there's a big plot twist that happens at the end that kind of keeps them going.
One of his students compared it to Pokemon. There are creatures that battle against one another and a boss to defeat at the end. You could hear a pin drop while the class was playing on the computers until we asked them what they think of Mr. Winters' lesson.
Like playing a video game in school is not normal to kids. So I think it's very cool. It's different.
It helps kids who might not be able to learn a certain way, otherwise learn the material.
I don't like my math class, and I only have 44 minutes of that. I have 80 minutes of this every other day, so I really like this class. So that really says something about Winters.
Winters said the principal at Cahoes is supportive of this stray from the traditional pen and paper lecture, and he's already thinking of more games he can make.
The good thing about Earth Science is it's very interdisciplinary. So maybe I could do like an astronomy one, maybe I could do like a meteorology one that features weather.
You hear that, Jen?
Wow, I kind of got a shout out at the end there. I
you
wasn't
did.
expecting
I
that.
would play that.
Yeah, and I'm not even a big video game fan, but if he makes like a meteorology video game, I'd have to try.
You're all over that.
Yeah.
Big video game player right here.
Oh, really? What's your game?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. What about you, Hannah?
I have played Call of Duty before, but not as of recent. No.
Yeah, me neither. Not at all.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Hogan's Heroes is next here on MeTV.